will it threaten the U.S.? Our weather team tracking it by the hour.
And Twitter tirade, Donald Trump taking flack for his escalating feud with a former Miss Universe. Hillary Clinton is not backing down.
His latest Twitter meltdown is unhinged, even for him.
Donald's defense, and will this battle hurt him with women voters?
A police officer's plea. Attorneys for the Tulsa cop who opened fire on an unarmed African-American man now blaming a temporary loss of hearing for her pulling the trigger.
The real question is, can that actually be a defense?
This as new video is released in another police shooting, sparking protests near San Diego.
And search for answers.
I'm not allowing anybody to go in there.
That deadly commuter train crash in New Jersey this morning, safety concerns slowing the investigation. As the NTSB tries to gather evidence, does this recorder hold the clue to what caused that accident?
Live from ABC News in New York, this is Good Morning America.
Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to October, everybody. A few quick bits of business before we dive in. First, Paula is off on this Saturday morning. We're very happy to have the amazing Cecilia Vega on the desk this morning. And two, you may have noticed that we're all wearing pink, or in Rachel's case, pink-ish.
I am trying in everyone's very into mine.
In Rod's case, electric pink. This is all to kick off a very serious Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which we'll be talking about coming up a little bit later in the show.
Definitely. And also on the very serious front, we start here with that breaking news. Hurricane Matthew, now a powerful Category 4 storm heading toward Jamaica, packing winds of more than 150 miles per hour and the possibility of up to 25 inches of rain. The big question right now, of course, will it hit the U.S.?
Rob and his team have been tracking the storm very closely all night. And Rob is here with the latest. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dan. Explosive development with this system. We've been watching it for about a week, but really the past 2 days is when this thing has taken off as it entered the Caribbean Sea here. Here's Thursday morning, just a tropical storm. Then you can see really it start to blossom here. And yesterday morning, it was a Category 2 storm. We saw it develop, drop 44 millibars and 80 miles per hour in 24 hours. Only 2 other storms have done that, including Wilma back in 2005. That is what we call rapid intensification. But matter of fact, 2 times the rate that qualifies for that. All right, let's talk about exactly who's in the threat for this. It's pretty low as well. This is the lowest Category 5 on record. And there's actually a tropical storm warning out for Colombia right now. Jamaica, you're in a hurricane watch. I think on Monday is when you're going to feel the impact for this. Cuba on Tuesday, and then into the Bahamas Wednesday and Thursday. And look at that. Florida now in the cone of uncertainty, so we'll talk more about the potential impacts here in the U.S. Here are our computer models to give you an idea of just how wide varied they are. Not in the Gulf of Mexico, but potential impacts for the eastern U.S. next week. Dana and Cecilia, back to you.
All right, thank you, Rob. You'll be tracking that all weekend. We do want to turn now to the race for the White House and a new Fox poll showing Hillary Clinton with a post-debate bump. 61% of registered voters who watched the debate say Clinton won. And now take a look at this, a slight edge for her among likely voters, 43 to 40% over Donald Trump. At a 3 a.m. Twitter tirade, and it must mean one thing, Election Day is near, 38 days to go. And ABC's Mary Bruce joins us from Washington with the latest. Mary, good morning.
Good morning. Well, yeah, the election may be around the corner, but this morning the issue dominating the campaign is Donald Trump's growing fight with a former Miss Universe. Clinton has been blasting Trump all week for shaming Alicia Machado, and now seems to be keeping him up at night.
I mean, really, who gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning to engage in a Twitter attack against a former Miss Universe?
Hillary Clinton ripping into Donald Trump over his latest Twitter tirade, this time against former beauty queen Alicia Machado.
Really, why does he do things like that?
Trump spent Friday's wee morning hours bashing Machado, calling her disgusting, a con, his worst Miss You, and alleging she had a sex tape, all before 5:30 a.m. On Instagram, Machado fired back, calling Trump's attacks cheap lies and saying he's trying to intimidate her. Their contentious relationship on display in this 1997 interview.
And she had a little problem during the middle where she gained a little weight.
I don't think so.
Yeah, she's probably right.
I don't think so.
On the trail, Clinton is painting Trump as a misogynist.
I mean, his latest Twitter meltdown is unhinged, even for him. It proves yet again that he is temperamentally unfit to be president and commander-in-chief.
Trump later defended his early morning tweets, posting, "At 3 o'clock in the morning, at least you know I will be there, awake to answer the call." But Clinton isn't letting this one go, needling Trump with her own early morning tweet, posting that 3:20 a.m. is as good a time as any to tweet about national service, one of her big issues. But the longer Trump's feud with Machado drags on, the further it's going to drag him away from the issues and likely his efforts to appeal to women voters. Dan?
And Mary, thank you. In fact, we're going to talk about that with Matt Dowd in just a few minutes. But there's another story this morning. Trump's Twitter spree is not his only challenge. There's also this new videotape released despite protests from Trump's attorneys. It shows the candidate testifying under oath in a lawsuit he filed against a celebrity chef. ABC's Devin Dwyer is on that story from Washington as well. Devin, good morning to you.
Good morning, Dan. These are tapes the Trump campaign did not want you to see. They were released only after ABC News appealed directly to the judge. They show a presidential candidate in a setting like we've never seen before, testifying under oath in the middle of this campaign.
This morning, a rare look at Donald Trump giving sworn testimony in a lawsuit he brought.
I do.
Trump is suing celebrity chef Jeffrey Zakarian, who backed out of a restaurant deal in Trump's new D.C. hotel after Trump insulted Mexicans in his announcement speech.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
Did you plan in advance what you were going to say?
Yes.
In the deposition, Trump accuses Zakarian of inflicting financial damages.
If they would have gotten out very quietly, I think it would have been a lot better for everybody. They made such a big deal out of it, and they didn't have to make a big deal out of it.
He also claims his controversial candidacy would have helped business at Zakarian's restaurant.
It's possible that I'll help him as opposed to hurt him.
Help who?
If he had the restaurant, it would be helped as opposed to hurt.
Why do you think that?
I mean, I've tapped into something, and I've tapped into illegal immigration. I've tapped into other things also.
All right, back now with Devin. So why did the Trump campaign not want these tapes released?
Well, Dan, the optics of any deposition clearly aren't great, and Trump is the most litigious presidential candidate in history, involved in more than 3,500 legal actions over the past 30 years by one count. His campaign worried that these videos could be used against him in TV attack ads. Dan?
Devin, thank you. For more on the state of the race, let's bring in the aforementioned political analyst Matthew Dowd, who joins us from Austin, Texas. Matthew, good morning. Let me start with a headline, one of the headlines in the New York Times this morning. Donald Trump, it says, opens up new line of attack on Hillary Clinton, her marriage. Trump now says he may bring up Bill Clinton's sexual indiscretions in the next debate. Do you think that will actually happen? And if he does it, will that be an effective line of attack?
Let me pause for a sec. No, I mean it's absolutely ridiculous. I think Donald Trump has to be careful in this. I've always remembered about the glass house philosophy, which is you don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. In this case of this, and I was thinking today, it's Bonnie Parker's birthday today. This is a little bit like Clyde Barrow saying, I'm not as big as a thief as Bonnie Parker. I just think it's a bad strategy.
Okay, don't throw stones. A lot of people saying don't tweet at 3 a.m. Let's talk about this Twitter tirade about Alicia Machado. Proof that Hillary Clinton got under his skin, and then there are his numbers with women. They are already bad. So is he shooting himself in the foot with this fight here?
Well, I mean, ever since Monday, since the debate, it's been a downhill slide for Donald Trump, mainly of his own volition. And, you know, one thing we all learned when we were younger is don't communicate when you're angry, and nothing good happens after midnight. And in both those cases, Donald Trump violated both of those, and he keeps this story going. He could have ended this story and moved on if he just engaged in it, but he can't seem to let it go. As
Cecilia mentioned a few minutes ago, the latest Fox News poll has Clinton up by 3. Essentially, it's a dead heat. As you look over the latest polling, including the polling from the battleground states, what's your view on the state of the race right now?
Well, it's a fascinating thing, Dan. The equilibrium of this race seems to be about a 3 or 4 point Hillary Clinton lead. Every time it sort of closes to even and then it expands, it settles there. For most of the 100 days, it's settled there, and with an electoral college slight advantage for Hillary Clinton that she has today. But one thing to keep in mind when you look at the polls after the debate, Hillary Clinton did not change the perceptions of herself. There's a majority of people that still don't like her and a majority of people that still don't trust her. What happened is people got more unsettled in the aftermath of that debate than Donald Trump, and the race has trended back to that 3 or 4 point Hillary Clinton lead. Donald Trump has to figure out a way to get this thing from the red zone into the end zone, and he has not taken a lead in this race yet, and the only way he can do that is probably with the next debate.
All right, Matt Dowd with your analysis. Appreciate it. As always, 38 days to go, but who's counting? The next presidential debate before that, just 8 days away. It will air live right here on ABC, and our own rock star Martha Raddatz is co-moderating, and the vice presidential candidates face off, of course, on Tuesday. George and the entire team will be covering that. I'll be right there. That is live at 9 Eastern right here on ABC also.
Lots to look forward to if you're a political junkie. We do move on now, though, to the female police officer in Tulsa who's facing manslaughter charges in that fatal shooting of an unarmed African-American man. Lawyers for Betty Shelby now say she suffered temporary hearing loss during the incident, which is just one of many shootings setting off protests in recent weeks. And ABC's Clayton Sandell has more from L.A. Clayton, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Dan. Yeah, that Tulsa police officer accused of killing Terrence Crutcher has now entered her plea, and now her legal team is hinting at an unusual defense.
Officer Betty Shelby is out of jail on bond this morning, pleading not guilty to manslaughter in the fatal shooting of Terrence Crutcher.
We have all the confidence that when everything is out there, Officer Shelby will be going home to her family.
Shelby's lawyer, Scott Wood, now says the stress of the situation caused the officer to experience a type of deafness, claiming she never heard a fellow cop say he was ready with a less lethal taser gun.
The idea that she's got some sort of situational deafness may be true, but the real question is, can that actually be a defense?
Officer Shelby says Crutcher was refusing commands that she fired when she thought he was reaching for a weapon. His family accuses Shelby of pulling the trigger even though his hands were up and Crutcher was unarmed.
Today was the first step towards the justice that we want for Terrence and his family.
This as investigators release video in yet another deadly police shooting, this time in California. Protesters gathering on the streets near San Diego for Alfred Alongo.
No justice!
Alfred Alongo's sister says she called police to help her brother, but when they arrive, they say he refuses commands, then points something at the officers. They fire, killing him. That object turned out to be this electronic cigarette device.
You killed my brother in front of me!
Now, those protests near San Diego overnight were overall pretty peaceful, but officials there have not yet decided if those two officers in that case will face any charges. Cecilia.
Okay, Clayton, thank you. We want to turn now to that deadly commuter train crash in New Jersey. One data recorder recovered so far, but the damage from that crash is so severe, it's still not safe to access a second recorder in the front car. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is outside the train station in Hoboken. Eva, good morning to you.
Good morning, Cecilia. Investigators this morning still waiting to get access to the worst of this accident and that crucial evidence inside. This morning, the damage to this train station slowing down investigators in their search for answers as to why a New Jersey transit train came crashing into this platform, killing one person, injuring 114 others.
Because of the asbestos and because of the unsettled structures that we're not sure about, I'm not allowing anybody to go in there.
Trapped in that damage, key evidence, an event recorder and a forward-facing camera from the other end of the train. The info on one event recorder seen here now being downloaded at the manufacturer as investigators try to figure out how fast the train was going and if the brakes were used before it made that disastrous stop.
We got multiple walking wounded.
Officials have not said how fast the train was going when it crashed into the Hoboken train station. Witnesses say the train was going 3 times faster than normal. The train hit with such violent force, part of the station's ceiling collapsed, debris raining down on hundreds of people waiting for trains.
Our objective is, as always, to not just find out what happened, but why it happened, so we can prevent it from happening again.
Investigators are planning to speak to the engineer identified as 48-year-old Thomas Gallagher. Preliminary drug and alcohol tests for him have come back negative, but the NTSB is doing further tests. The NTSB confirming there are several videos of the accident. Investigators are looking through those videos at this time. Dan and Cecilia.
Eva, thank you. A lot of other news overnight, and for that, as always, we kick it over to Dr. Ron Claiborne. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Dan Harris and Cecilia. Rachel, Robert, good morning, everyone. We begin with a fire overnight at a dorm in Dartmouth College in New Hampshire, driving more than 300 students from their rooms in the middle of the night. Firefighters receiving the first call just after midnight. about a fire at Morton Hall. Students were evacuated. That fire now under control and, of course, being investigated. No one was injured. And the new developments in the investigation of the man suspected of planting homemade bombs in New York City and New Jersey. The FBI and heavily armed police raiding Ahmed Rahami's home in Elizabeth, New Jersey. They could be seen removing boxes of evidence. See there, Rahami remains in the hospital unable to answer questions because of injuries that he suffered while being arrested. And the North Carolina teenager accused of the deadly shooting rampage has been charged as a juvenile. The suspect's mother sobbing in court as the 14-year-old was charged with murder and the death of his father and with 3 counts of attempted murder for allegedly shooting a teacher and 2 students in an elementary school. One of those wounded students is now on life support. And in Italy, anti-mafia investigators found 2 paintings by Vincent van Gogh that were stolen 14 years ago from a museum. The paintings, considered among the artworks most searched for in the world, were discovered wrapped inside of a cloth in a farmhouse near Naples. They were taken in a brazen heist at Amsterdam's Van Gogh Museum back in 2002. And a disgruntled customer went through an Apple store in Dijon, France, slamming and smashing iPhones and iPads with a metal ball in his hand. The man was apparently infuriated, that's en colère in French, because he had been denied a refund. He is now under arrest. Store estimates the damage of upwards, listen to this, $50,000.
Wow.
I've had moments like that over battery life.
I got more for you, though. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Finally, we all know what it's like when you're ready to board your flight or bus and all set to leave, and you're traveling with someone else, and they just can't keep up. Check this out. That's President Obama, of course. You recognize him standing at the door of Air Force One after attending services for the late Israeli Prime Minister Shimon Peres in Jerusalem, beckoning, shall we say, to his travel companion, Bill Clinton. There he is, the famously tardy former president, finally climbing the stairs, and off they went. Actually, we had a lip reader check some further of that video, and what he went on to say was, I said, get on the plane, man, or I'm leaving you.
For real?
Yeah, kind of cold.
He's notoriously tardy. He's always late, they say.
I love the news with Ron Claiborne. Partially factual.
And bilingual.
99% is factual.
Yes, including the fact that you guys are both doctors now.
Yeah, exactly.
PhD, yes, okay. Take you to Maryland, where the home of, am I next? I'm next.
Yeah, you're next.
Take you to Maryland, home of John Hopkins, where they pump out PhDs for real. This is Ocean City, one of many spots that have really gotten some flooding there the past couple of days. 6 inches or more rain there, really putting a strain on some of the infrastructure, not just in Maryland, but in North Carolina, all the way back through the Ohio River Valley and the Great Lakes. This has been a stubborn system that has been sitting and spinning, and we're still seeing that today, and we still have some flood warnings out for the coast and coastal flood warnings, especially for the Chesapeake there. High tide 1 to 3 feet, maybe above astronomical high tide, and more rain today and kind of drizzly conditions up and down the I-95 corridor. So what you've had really the past couple of days is what you're going to get today, maybe a little bit heavier down across parts of the Carolinas. Meanwhile, out west, we have a strong system coming in. That's going to pump up the winds, not offshore, but onshore, with this low. And so that's going to increase the fire danger, I think, here, especially across eastern parts of SoCal, including Las Vegas, because the wind gusts can go to 40 to 50 miles an hour. And this will also bring cooler air, maybe some snow to the Sierras and the Cascades. That's a quick check on what's going on nationally. Here now is your local forecast.
Good Saturday morning, and as you head out and wake up, temperatures going to be staying in the 60s for the most part. Mostly cloudy skies, a few showers also going to be likely right throughout this morning and into this afternoon. So do keep the umbrella on hand. If you're heading to the Fairfax Kids Fest, you can meet the weather team, including myself. A few showers possible throughout the afternoon. By Sunday, we'll be in the upper 70s. Some sunshine finally going to be returning into the area.
Saturday in October. That means college football. We'll talk about that and, of course, recap our top story, which is Hurricane Matthew in the Caribbean in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys.
All right, well, now shall we turn to the Great White North? In the final days of the Royals Canadian road trip, Will and Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, setting off for a remote island and arriving by canoe. And ABC's Lama Hassan has the story from British Columbia. Good morning, Lama.
After a fun-packed family day with Prince George and Princess Charlotte, the little